rendering a hard-coded array, right, that we have in our current state, but instead I want to go fetch something from our remote server. And here's a query that I want to use. So instead of hard-coding, movies by James Cameron, I want to search for movies that have, Batman in the title and whatnot. So let's use this query. I can copy that. I can bring it over to my component, and I can use component.mount to update my movies array, right, from data that comes from the server. So let's do that. We can do a fetch to go fetch data, right, to generate a get. So the URL is, there it is, Batman, with my key. And I can say then get the response from the server, which I'm going to use to parse the JSON body. And then once it's parsed, I'll actually get the movies here. And what I'm going to do with the movies, I'm going to put them in my array of movies. Right? So I'm going to say, this dot set state, and I'll say that the movies array, I'm going to override it with this new movies array that's coming from the server now. Yes. If I render it, notice that it doesn't quite work. Right? It says that let's see, stacks. We can see what the data came back from the server. If we refresh, we can look at the network. In the network, let's see, are we going to fetch? There it is. Here's our query. Notice that the query is indeed coming back from the server, yes, from the remote server, but the data structure, right, is not actually exactly what I was looking for. So I'm setting the movies with an object. The actual movies is under a property called search. Right? So really, I want to do is movies. So this is actually a results, maybe like a results object. And in there's a search object that has my array. Right? So if I go back, notice that it's not dying on me anymore. But notice that it's rendering these blanks, right? So it is rendering the 10 movies, but it's not that I can't actually see them, and that's probably because the data that is coming back, the search. Notice that my titles that are coming back from the server are capital T, not lowercase t, like I had. So I'm going to change that as I iterate. I'm going to use capital T for the movie. And now I should be able to see the titles that come from the remote server. There it is. Batman Begins, Batman versus Superman, blah, blah, blah. All of them. Make sense? All right. The only other thing I noticed is that there is a console error that's complaining about we kind of forgot to put the key for each one of those LIs that we're generating dynamically. And for that, we could use the objects, the objects that are coming back. Notice that they have the title, but they also have a unique identifier here, the IMDb ID. We could use that as the key, right? So let's go back, and as we render the LIs, we can say that the key is going to be the movie.imdb ID. And if we render, notice that we still have the error. What? Each child, blah, blah, blah. Key, IMDb title. Did I spell it wrong? Network. Search. No, IMDb ID. I think I spelled it right. Key. That's correct. Let's refresh. Let's look at the error. Each child, blah, 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 blah. Movie search component, line 31, OMDB component, 31. Yeah, key. No, string is fine. Why don't you like it? Title. Let me print it right next to it, make sure that there's data there. Okay, there it has the IMDb. This should have a unique key property. Key. There is a key property. Let's see if I use the title. Yeah, exactly. No. You you have each child in a list should have a unique key property, and it does have a unique key property. Key. All right, how about I use an index. So the map gives you, actually it's a function that takes two arguments, right? The first one is the object, and the second one is the index. Yeah, so let's use the index. Okay, it's happy with the index, but the IMDb should have worked. Not quite sure why it did not. All right, so let's leave it here. Let's continue.